Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this screencast, we are going to get ready to analyze using CFA. In the previous video, we have already drawn our measuring model as you can see here. Now the next step is to import a data file from SPSS because to analyze we need to have data. To do that, we go to our toolbox and we click Select Data Files. The data file window will pop up and we need to locate our SPSS data file. So we click on File Name. You go to the location where you have saved your SPSS data and you click Open. Notice now that the file name is showing here, so that's my data file, and it's also giving me the sample. So the N in this case is 391. All I have to do now is click OK. It seems that nothing has changed. However, my data has been imported. How can we see that? If you look here, now I have all the variables. So by clicking on the menu item, List Variables in Dataset, I can now see all the variables from my SPSS data. The next step in getting ready to analyze is to label our indicators, error term, and also label our subconstructs. In step 1, we are going to label the indicators or the observed variables. So we go back again to list variable in dataset and we start pulling. So we click and drag from here to our indicator. So we had 4 for etiquette, 4 for security. So we click and drag security 1. So in this way, I can simply drag and drop. Let's say that I wanted etiquette to be here. However, I have put commerce by mistake. Well, you shouldn't worry. There is no need to delete this indicator. You simply go to etiquette 1, click and drag it over, and it will be replaced. So we start dragging the rest. And let's look back again at our model. Who comes next? Yes, so we have commerce, which has 5. And C5. Then we have health. And lastly, we have responsibility. Notice that it plays a big role how you label your data in SPSS, because now it's very easy to understand which item is measuring what. So I'm done naming the indicators, and it's time now to close this window and label the subconstructs. The first thing you have to do is to select the subconstruct, or you can just right-click and you can do Object Properties. When you right-click, you can now simply click on any of these subconstructs and you are ready to label them. So let's label the first one. So I select the first subconstruct and in the variable name, I type security. No need to press any other button. I simply go to the next subconstruct and I type etiquette. And here we type commerce. Notice there is no need to close this window. You can simply click on your model and name the subconstructs. And the last one, responsibility. Okay, now our measurement model looks much better. We have already labeled it. There is one more labeling that we need to do though. We need to label our error terms. For this step, we can use the plugin from Amos, which automatically will do the labeling for us. So we go to Plugins, and we click Name Unobserved Variable. So it's located Plugin, and then click Name Unobserved Variable. Notice, if I were to zoom in my window, that all the error terms have now been labeled. Take a few moments to answer this question. The next step is to add the fit statistic into your model. So we use the title to display our fit statistic. So we go to Title and click to open the window. So notice the window figure caption. So we want to change first the alignment to be left aligned because it's going to make it easier for us to move it around. And we're also going to reduce its font size to about 16. In the caption is where we are going to write our syntax or command to display the fit statistic. The first one is CFI, which stands for Comparative Fit Index. This is what measures the adequacy of our model. So we do 2 spaces, backslash, and in small letters we write CFI. That is the first one. The second one, we write RMSEA. RMSEA stands for root mean square error of approximation. This is what is used to indicate the error approximation in our model. So we do double space again, backslash RMSEA in small letters. Now we are good to go. We click OK. And notice the 2 values showing in our model. If we want to move around, we take Move Objects and we click and drag it below. There is one final step before we can see the values. We need to make sure our loadings are going to display. Loadings are regression paths that measure the strength between the unobserved variable, our latent variable, and the measured variable, the observed variable. So we are really interested to see those loadings. So we have to go to Analysis Properties, and we go to Estimation, and we make sure we check Estimate Means and Intercepts. This is a very important step if you have missing data. Otherwise, you won't be able to run the calculation. And the next step, we go to Output window here, the Output tab, and make sure you check Standardized Estimates. That's it. We close the window, and now we are ready to calculate the estimates and get our values for CFI and RMSEA. In the next video, we are going to do that.